Hello everyone, and welcome to the video on Absolute Extrema. So, here we go. As you can see here, this is actually number 6 from our Chapter 3 review worksheet. I figured this would be a good one to go over. To do Absolute Extrema, it's very simple. First thing you need to do is find the first derivative, and that is all. Just find the first derivative. When you do the first derivative, remember, it's just standard, derivative rules. If it's product rule or quotient rule or chain rule, any of those rules, just apply the correct rule and solve. This one is just a simple power rule. If you need brush up on that, there are Chapter 2 videos located on the website as well. So, when we take the derivative of this, we get 2x to the negative 1/3 minus 2. Now you need to set the derivative equal to 0, and that will give us what our critical numbers are. We need to solve for x. So we can solve for our critical numbers when we're solving for x. I'm going to rewrite this as x to the 1/3 down on the bottom. It makes it easier to solve when we cross multiply here. 2x to the 1/3 equals 2. Because I cross multiplied, I divide, I get x to the 1/3 equals 1. So I cube both sides, I get x equals 1. Now, here's the key to any absolute extrema problem. After you solve for the critical number, you must make sure that the critical number or numbers fall within the range, the closed interval that we're dealing with. Because if they're outside the interval, then you cannot use that critical number. It will not be a min or max. So what I told you guys to do is for absolute extrema problems is make a little chart. On the left-hand side of the chart, you have all the critical numbers, including the endpoints. And on the right-hand side, we have the value that the original function is when we plug in the critical numbers and the endpoints. What I like to do is I like to put them in order as they were, so that it's just another check to make sure that the values are within the range. So -1, 1, and 2. I then take these, I plug them into the original function. And I get 5, 1, and 0.762. Now, to decide which one is a min, which one is a max, you actually just look at the right-hand side of this table, find which one is the highest number, which one is the lowest number, whichever one's the highest is your maximum, whichever one's the lowest is your minimum. So, we look, we see that -1, 5. 5 is the highest number on the right-hand side, so this is our max. And 0.762 is actually the lowest number we have on the right hand side, so that is our min. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Again, just to kind of recap, the absolute most important part of this is to make sure that after you get the critical numbers, which I know you guys can do, make sure that critical number or critical numbers fall within this range. If they do not, then you need to eliminate that critical number. You cannot use it. Okay? So be very, very careful. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helps. Peace!